Everybody's listening to the radio. Hey now. Let's see what we got going on now. Oh, yeah. We got sports happening again. Sorry for the 2 nights off. I think the last time this show was on, my evil twin Percival was involved with the production. And I know how painful that must have been. However, we'd like to say happy birthday to the greatest soccer player in the history of the earth. And that would, of course, be Pelé. He is 80 years old today. Blow out all the candles, Mr. Pelé. Oh, Steffi Lindley is here. She says, yo, 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 from Nashville. And we'll have plenty of sports this evening for you to enjoy. And we'll do our NFL and our MLS predictions as usual. And we'll cover the sports stories of the day and give you some World Series updates. Right now we're looking at LA 5, Tampa Bay 0, bottom of the 5th. Nobody out. So there. I got a couple places to share the program too. And then we will be off on our merry way. If you want to share this to your various friends, neighbors, relatives, any Amish people that might be in your neighborhood. I don't know how big the Amish are on internet sports shows, but that's no reason they shouldn't have one at their disposal, especially if they're on Rumspringa. I know a lot of the Amish, while on Rumspringa, like to follow sports on the internet because it's decadent and not Amish. So I don't know what they do. I'm just kidding. They could be listening to me right now while making a hearth or an armoire or something else. Who knows? I don't know what they do. They're fine people. They make great furniture. You have to wait. They don't make it like overnight for you. You gotta get in the line, but worth it. Well worth the wait. It's handcrafted and it'll last a lifetime, or so I've been told. Let's see here. We got still looks like 1 down, 1 and 2 count. 2 and 1 count, sorry. Let me see. I gotta do 1 more, then 2 more. There's that one. Bam. Here we go. Dolores Colbert says she's here, sort of. Going to the casinos this weekend, Dolores? I live vicariously through others, you know, since I have no social life of my own. I have to. I have no social life of my own. Okay, I got all those done. Now it's time for our Twitter posting of the evening. If you have any hashtags, now's the time to bust them out. Because we're almost ready to do the show. As soon as I get this Twitter posting done. Okay, here we go. Live streaming sports talk. World Series, MLB, NFL, MLS, UFC. Get them beans on Rosie. Anything else here? Anything going on? Okay, the ladies saying hi to each other. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this bad boy. And let's see here. Everybody listening to radio. All right. Here we go. Get that tweet out. Say goodbye to that tweet. I don't know why when I do the sports show, it doesn't make a video player. But when I do the other show, it does. vexes me so. Rosie Williams is here. She says, hey, Tom. Hey, Rosie. Why don't we get after this thing, shall we? No need to stand on ceremony. Let's go ahead and do us a sports shows. The new name and everything. Here we go.
Tom is a white male. Always invited to the cookout.
Always.
But he spit straight hot fire. Okay? You said who is the best commentator on Facebook Live? Tom.
Because he spit hot fire.
Because he spit hot fire.
Yo, he even got the last name. Gulley,
and let me tell you this too. Tom potato salad good.
No raisins.
It ain't bland. No raisins. No raisins.
I don't care who owned the Chiefs. I hate it here. Make me sick. My allergy. Puke every time. Blah, like that. Puke.
You're a goalie. You're supposed to be like that.
Somebody owned the Chiefs. We go to Florida and I get the money.
Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Let me answer that. You know, that is an absolute crock of You know, you people in the news media, all of you, dwell on some negative piece of like that. And I don't know how Steve feels about it, but it just and you don't have to bleep one single word of this.
It doesn't work for me. I gotta have more cowbell.
Hi, I'm Jim Harbaugh of the Indianapolis Colts, and I recommend that you wear a helmet while listening to the show.
Oh yeah, better get your helmet on. It is a Friday night, and we've got nothing but sports for you. I'm Tom Gulley. Welcome to the Unnecessary Sports Show. You know, there's a lot of sports shows out there. I don't know that this one was completely necessary. Really? Was it? We've got the World Series. We'll keep you updated on what's going on there throughout the program. We're going to do our NFL and Major League Soccer predictions on Friday night, as always. We'll probably take a swim through the UFC and preview this weekend's card. And I'll cover all the pertinent sports stories of the day. Don't kid yourself. It's all going to happen tonight on the Unnecessary Sports Show. Right now, bottom of the fifth, one down. Men on second. Dodgers 5. The Tampa Bay Rays 0. A goose egg for the Rays so far. Walker Buehler is mowing them down. He has got his stuff tonight. I'm telling you. He's got it. It's an all-ladies sports review right now. Oh, Morty Vicker just hit the scene. Never mind. Take that back. However, we do have ladies in the room today. Ladies. Steffi Lindley's here from Nashville. She may have had a libation or two. Dolores Colbert has joined us from Fort Smith, Arkansas. And Rosie Williams is here, along with her better half. I alternate on which one's the better half. Morty Vicker. What'd you guys have for dinner? I want to know. I bet you it was delicious. I bet you it was absolutely delicious. Let me see here. Yeah, let's see. Buehler, man, is at 2 down now. Man's still at second. Let's see if I can figure out who's at the plate. Nah, a little too far away for me to actually figure out who's on the at the plate. Little bit too far away. Anyway, doesn't matter. Dodgers looks like they're doing well tonight, so that's what we got going on. You know, might as well just go over this one story here. It was great in my show earlier today. This guy named Tyler Schollenberger said, "Hey, Tom, big news. The Buccaneers have added a second ass clown for Tom Brady to throw the ball to." I guess the first would be Gronk. I just had to laugh. Brother. Nearly 7 months to the day after Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach Bruce Arians said it's not going to happen. with Antonio Brown. The Bucs have agreed to a deal with the controversial but highly talented wide receiver who last played for Arians in 2011 with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wasn't coach speak. Arians is a straight shooter. He called Brown too much of a diva. Said he wasn't a fit for the Bucs locker room, even with quarterback Tom Brady campaigning for him behind closed doors. But that was before injuries began to mount in the Bucs receiving corps. Pro Bowl wide receiver Mike Evans has been hobbled by an ankle injury ever since week 4. Barely able to practice. Their other Pro Bowl receiver, Chris Godwin, has missed 3 games because of a concussion and a hamstring strain. Their speedy deep threat, Scotty Miller, has been hampered by a hip groin injury. And tight end O.J. Howard, who had become a big part of the screen game, went to injured reserve because of a ruptured Achilles. The result? Brady's top receiver against the Chicago Bears was rookie Tyler Johnson, whom he'd never completed a pass to prior to Week 5. And if the Bucs want to not only make the postseason, but make a run at the Super Bowl with Brady, they realize their window is tight, and they need reinforcements at a position that has been hard hit by injuries. So the big thing is, and I know everybody's talking about it, can he play? Oh, yeah, he can play. But how quickly and how badly will Antonio Brown go Fruit Loop on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? That's why you gotta wonder about this signing. But Brady gets what Brady wants. Pronounced bowler, I guess, says Marty Vicker. Marty Vicker says, kids wanted junk food, corn dogs, fries, and onion rings. He says, hurts, man. Hurts. Rosie Williams says, they are happy campers. Morty Vicker says, I had 4 porterhouses on deck. Pun intended. Rays pick up 1 run in the bottom of the 5th. Make the score 5-1. Dodgers. Steffi Lindley says, I feel fine. Still working on my second drink. The first went down so good, but I'm not really a drinker. Well, watching this show will change that in a hurry. In a big old hurry. I've got some other stories to run at you here. And we'll do that after we get to our much ballyhooed weekly predictions. Let's do MLS first so that we keep people here for the important selections. Again, happy birthday to Pelé, the world's greatest soccer player ever. Not now, he's 80. Could probably still start for the Nashville SC team in Major League Soccer. We do have a match going on right now, or about to go on, I think, in just about 3 minutes. It's Nashville SC at home against the New England Revolution. Give me New England. Saturday, a big schedule of matches. Inter Miami is taking on Orlando City in an all-Florida battle. I'm going to take Orlando City. Atlanta United versus DC United. Atlanta at home. Oh, this game's a hot mess. Give me Atlanta. Chicago Fire hosting New York Red Bulls. Give me the Chicago Fire. FC Cincinnati and Minnesota United. Give me Minnesota United. New York City FC against the Montreal Impact. That's a tough one. NYFC at home. I still like Montreal. Philadelphia Union taking on Toronto FC. Toronto FC playing very well lately. I'm just going to have to say Philadelphia at home. Houston Dynamo, Columbus Crew in Houston. Houston playing for their playoff lives. I'll take Houston. Probably shouldn't, but that'll be my upset pick. Real Salt Lake hosting FC Dallas. RSL off for a week, and therefore I will take RSL at home. Sporting Kansas City and the Colorado Rapids. You guys know me. I love picking against the Colorado Rapids. Give me Sporting KC, who always hose me in these picks. Vancouver Whitecaps and San Jose Earthquakes. Man, the Earthquakes are Jekyll and Hyde, but it is Vancouver and it is at home. Give me the Whitecaps. A Sunday match, the El Clásico. The El Clásico. LAFC Los Angeles Galaxy. It is at Bank of California, Stadium. That is the home of LAFC. That's an afternoon game, and I'm going to pick LAFC. So there's our MLS picks for the week. If you guys have any disagreements with those, let me know. I'm quite certain that you won't. I'm pretty sure you hardly care. 5-1 now, Tom, end of fifth. Yeah, we just reported that. Stephanie Lindley, Steffi says, raining hard here on my tin cabin roof. And listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. Rosie Williams says, can you explain Pele real name? I missed your story the other day. Please and thank you. Well, his real name is Edson Orantes de Nacimiento. And Nacimiento is the Spanish word for birthday. But he was born in Brazil, and they speak Portuguese there. It's Portuguese. So I would assume perhaps that word crosses both languages. But that is, so Pele is his nickname. So there you are. Greatest player ever. I'm telling you, if you get a chance, go to YouTube, type in Pele highlights. And there's an all black and white one that's just, people are pylons to that man. And he had everything. He had speed, control, skill, rocket of a shot. Just an amazing header of the ball. And a great passer. He was everything. Morty Vickers said the story about his dad is pretty cool too, Tom. Well, I'll tell it. In 1950, the World Cup was held in Brazil. And Brazil was heavily favored. They made the final against Uruguay, and they lost. And Pelé said that was the first and only time he saw his dad weeping openly, crying. And he told his father, I will win the World Cup for you. And trained and ended up doing it 3 times. And so, yeah, that's the story of Pelé. Made his debut in the 1958 World Cup at the age of 17. His goal against Sweden is still regarded as one of the most amazing of all time in that World Cup. And matter of fact, what's universally recognized as the greatest save ever made by a goalkeeper was made by England goalkeeper Gordon Banks. Recognized as one of, if not the greatest goalkeeper ever. I don't think he is, but he's pretty amazing. Give me Sepp Maier or Lev Yashin all day. So he had to make that save on Pelé. That's part of what makes it the greatest save ever. You check that one out too, if you get a chance. All right, the NFL. The NFL. Let's look at Sunday and Monday's games. We have Detroit at Atlanta. Atlanta went big last week. Finally breaking out against Minnesota. I still, something about Detroit. I like him. I like Matt Stafford a lot. I think he has nothing around him, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Detroit. Cleveland at Cincinnati, please. Cleveland. Pittsburgh at Tennessee. This game, all of a sudden, a big one. And I still like Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. Give me Pittsburgh. Carolina at New Orleans. I'm going to have to take New Orleans as I choke to death here. Hold on. Everyone knows Tom was the greatest goalkeeper. Well, that is true, but I'm predominantly indoor. Buffalo at New York Jets. Buffalo. Dallas at the Washington Football Club. That gets to be a tough pick due to Andy Dalton taking over for Dak Prescott. I'm gonna still go Dallas though. I think Washington's hurting. Green Bay at Houston. Well, Alex Smith, but still, I just give me Dallas. Green Bay at Houston. I will take Green Bay. Tampa Bay at Las Vegas. Ooh, this one's going to be a toughie. I will go ahead and say Las Vegas at home. Kansas City at Denver. Kansas City. San Francisco at New England. Wow, 2 teams in transition. New England at home. Give me New England. Jacksonville at the Chargers. I'll take the Chargers. And Seattle at Arizona. I will have Seattle. Chicago at the Rams. If it was in Chicago, I'd have Chicago. But because it is in L.A., I will take the Rams. And Indianapolis, Miami, Minnesota, and Baltimore all getting byes this week. Morty Vickers says, ma'am, to Dolores Colbert. And then he says, that pause, Buffalo, was unnecessary. Well, it is the Unnecessary Sports Show. The Jets, just to show you how stupid they are, they keep getting dumber and dumber. I do actually have a story on that. They just keep getting dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. Okay, here you go. Here's the Jets story I wanted to tell you, just to show you how stupid the Jets are. Just morons. They ought to just close that whole franchise down. New Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive tackle Steve McClendon found out before the New York Jets game at the Miami Dolphins last Sunday. Found out before the game that he'd been traded. McClendon played in the 24-0 Jets loss anyway, which is uncommon for both emotional reasons and because an injury could have nullified the trade. Typically, when NFL trades happen prior to games, players are made inactive. Yeah. I got the news on Saturday night that a car would be waiting for me after the game Sunday to come to Tampa. I was like, okay. Sunday morning, I woke up, I prayed. I was like, this is one last ride. I told my boys, I was like, this is one last ride together. A lot of guys were saying, man, you really going to play? And I was like, man, this could be the last time I play with y'all in my career. I said, let's go out there and make it a great one. Let's go have some fun. Even though we lost that day, it was some good football, blah, blah, blah. McClendon was on the road in Miami with no additional baggage or no means of transportation, which is why the car was provided. He immediately began COVID-19 testing protocol, which has recently been expanded to 6 consecutive days, so he would be eligible to play this weekend. Had he waited to make the drive by even a day, he would not have gotten one practice in with the Buccaneers on Friday or would have been eligible to play on Sunday against the Raiders. Tampa Bay need a defensive tackle after a season-ending injury to starter Vita Vea, and McClendon, 34, in his 11th season, has played for defensive coordinator Todd Bowles and defensive line coach Casey Rogers. So there you go. And I saw a coach here, Coach Bruce Arians said there's no doubt McClendon will be in the Buccaneers rotation on Sunday. So there you go. How dumb are the Jets? They could have, the whole trade could have gone out the window. Out the window. Also, you tell a dude he's been traded, but go on out and play. This guy sounds like a gamer, but I know a lot of dudes, most of whom play wide receiver, that would have gone, you think I'm going to kill myself today? Sorry, man. Sanders and Thomas for the Saints, and Thomas really hurts. He's been injured a lot this year and out of the lineup. They'll both be out against the Panthers. Apparently, there's another story about stupid, real stupid. Dwayne Haskins has been fined for violating the team's COVID-19 protocols. Haskins made a reservation for a family friend at the team hotel the night before Washington played at the New York Giants last week. The team fined him $4,833. The maximum it could have fined him was $14,000. Another source said Haskins had made a reservation for this person, but it was caught before the person arrived, so there was never any contact. Washington hasn't had any positive cases, so there we go. He was inactive for the game, by the way. Washington benched him 2 weeks ago in favor of Kyle Allen. So there you are. John Gruden says the Raiders will be ready to play Sunday. Well, isn't that nice? After several players were put on the reserve COVID-19 list. Weird week for the Raiders. Quarterback Derek Carr acknowledged after right tackle Trent Brown tested positive. He was not wearing his tracer at the team facility before testing positive, and therefore the 4 other starting offensive linemen all had to join him on the COVID-19 list as high-risk close contacts, despite all of them testing negative so far. Man, if I was one of those other dudes, I'd be, thanks, Trent. Thanks. Appreciate it. Love you. Mean it. So anyway, Gruden is insisting the team's going to be ready to play, and everything will be hunky-dory. Heard that one before. Dolores Colbert says, what an inning. What happened here? Some stupid dog outside barking. I will go out there and kick that dog so hard. Hear that? These people around here just let their dogs roam anywhere. Like I got to put up with it. Habib and... I have absolutely not. Stupid dog. Hear that? You're not allowed to let dogs roam here because of all the cattle in the area. It's not legal. People get really bent out of shape. You wouldn't think they would. Now, if you're with it, fine. But if you're not, then you can't. 49ers will be without their starting safeties versus the Patriots. Glad I picked the Patriots. So 6-1. Dodgers. Top of the 6th. Dodgers batting. The Dodgers is batting. I got a couple other stories here for you. Morning Vickers says, sounds like a beagle. I love their bark. Yeah, well. Oh, man. 2 down, Dodgers with men at first and second. Everybody listen to the radio. Ganji. That's how you pronounce it. Yeah, well. Whoever, look, I'll call anybody whatever they want to be called, but that dude needs to look into phonics. I can't hear it, but that's not saying much, says Rosie. Let's see here. This is a story I wanted to go over. Tampa Bay Rays outfielder Kevin Kiermaier surprised, upset at Gold Glove snub. Add him to the list of players who don't like how the Gold Glove nominees were determined in 2020 after the 3-time winner was left off the lists of finalists Thursday. So he was very surprised. Once that emotion left me, I was disappointed. I was upset. I feel like what I did out there defensively was underappreciated this year. Finalists for the Rawlings Gold Glove Award at each position were picked purely by the numbers this season, and the process did not include input from managers or coaches like it usually does. In the past, a computer component was part of the process, but not the entire one. Kiermaier knew he'd be asked about the snub, so he claimed he wanted to tread lightly in his Zoom call with reporters. He didn't make an error in 2020. Was number 1 among center fielders with 10 defensive runs saved and ranked second at his position with 6 assists. It's the thing on this planet I know the most. I don't know much about math equations or even hitting, but when it comes to outfield defense, I could sit here and talk as long as anyone wanted. It is what it is, says Rays manager Kevin Cash. He didn't mince words. I get to see KK every night. As far as I'm concerned, he's the best defensive player on whatever field he's on. If it's solely based on the computer and the numbers, I don't know what numbers that computer was looking at, but I believe they got it wrong. That's my opinion, but I think there are a lot of people out there that would agree with me. St. Louis Cardinals catcher Yadier Molina and Boston Red Sox outfielder Jackie Bradley Jr. are two others who didn't like the selection process. The Rays didn't have a single player in the finals. So he said, we're built on defense. I think he might have got hosed. He just might have got hosed. Rosie Williams, you can't hear anything. I thought it was me for years. Says she hates me. Dolores Colbert says save. You guys just keep shouting things out that are happening in the game. There's a good minute delay here, so there's no chance I'm going to see what it is. And I'm not really narrating the game. I just update. It's the middle of the sixth right now, 6-1 Rays. I know that because it says so right here, and it's on the TV. So there you are. Oh, let me go to... I know what I wanted to do. Where's that thing here? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. All right, let's go through UFC 254. Habib versus Ganji. That is not Ganji. There's no N in it. There's no... Rosie Williams says Christmas Vacation. Let's see. Habib, I'll take him all day over Ganji. Whitaker and Cannonier, however you pronounce it. This was a radio station. I'd have pronunciation guides for all this stuff. Man, that's a close one. Give me Cannonier. Whitaker's 22-5-0. Cannonier's 13-4-0. But I'm going to still take... Whitaker's Australian. Give me Whitaker. Volkov and Harris. I'm going to take Volkov. Malkoun and Hawes. I will take Hawes. A ladies' match is Murphy and Shakarova. I will take Murphy. Let's see here. Kutalaba and Ankalaev is going to be... Give me Ankalaev. Ankalaev? I don't know. He's got too many A's in his name. Let's look at the prelims. Struve taking on Tuivasa. I will take Tuivasa. Wood and Kenny. I will take Kenny. Oliveira and Rachmanov. I will take Rachmanov. Jung and Alvey. I will take Jung. In the early prelims, we have a ladies' match. Jojua, or Jojua, whichever one you want, against Maverick. How can you not go with somebody named Maverick, especially a chick? And Alvarez and Yakovlev, who has the proper number of A's in his name. I will take Alvarez. I hope all of those meet with the UFC contingent in the room's satisfaction. But that's just the way I see it. That's just the way I'm looking at all that. That's just the way it's going to happen. Ganji. Yeah, I don't know. Ganji. I don't know where you get that. But you know what? If S-A-D-E spells Sade, anything can be anything, as far as I'm concerned. MMA names are harder to pronounce than even hockey. Boy, you got that right. Well, I mean, when you trick it up with Ganji there. But I remember S-A-D-E. I'm like, that's Sade. No, it's Sade. No. I remember, you guys are probably all too young to remember this, but I remember the big controversy when Tony Dorsett, everybody was pronouncing it Dorset. And he's like, no, it's Dorset. And people were like, who does he think he is? Why don't they pronounce his name that way? Well, I'll call you whatever you want, man. I don't care if you put Stephanie Lindley up on your name in the chat room. I'll call you Steffi. It'll take a while, but I'll get there. Anybody else got any sports they want me to cover here tonight? Lynette Miller's probably real happy right now, which of course is important to me. Really. Man, I'll tell you what. Does Walker Buehler just have the heat tonight? The last time I saw him pitched, I don't think he did well. And man, tonight he has got it. Does anyone remember Steven Struve's lip? What, did he get it busted open or ripped halfway off or something? Some cool UFC thing like that happened to his lip. His lip. Did that happen to his lip? This piece of crud. If there's one thing I hate, it's an iPad. I want to see if I can see how many pitches. Because they've got somebody warming up in the Dodger bullpen with 2 down and a man at first. Let me see how many pitches he's... Normally it'll tell me how many pitches he's thrown. I'm not seeing that information here. Oh, thank you. And then the screen just goes blank. Oh, it came back. Why are you taking me back out to the main page? Piece of junk. Okay, pitch count. He's on 86, so I guess that makes sense. Just to see. Rosarena is up. He's over 2 tonight with a strikeout. Buehler has struck out 9. He's gone through 5 2/3 right now. I guess they'll yank him after 6, but man, has he got his stuff. I was watching earlier, and he just looks like he is on it. Let's see here. Morty Vickers says, Gagne. Yeah, I don't understand that one. Rosie Williams says, you need to look it up. Morty Vickers says, yes, worst bee sting therapy I've seen. He took some serious damage. Remember that one dude who had the big, giant protruding thing above his occipital? Looked like it was just awful. I think they ended up slicing it, and just tons of blood came out. It was just a big hematoma that got caught under the, the skin. Let me see here. This looks like the payoff pitch. 2-2 count to Rosarena. Buehler delivers, and that is, I believe, hit foul. Well, I'll take you here through to the middle of the end of 6. And then I'm going to get out of here and watch the last 3 innings. You know? I got to say, you folks here in the chat room, man, you are the best. You folks are the best. I so appreciate you being in here and all your hilarious comments and knowledge. And that's it. He strikes him out. Strikeout number 10 for Gagne through 6. That's not too shabby. But all of you guys are great people and very funny. And I truly do appreciate it as I try to grow this unnecessary sports show and spend the weekend trying to find a place somewhere in the United States that I can get out of here. At any rate, alrighty. I think that's going to pretty much do it for us tonight. I don't know what your big sports weekend activity looks like. But regardless of what it is, I hope you have great sports and a great time this weekend, regardless of what it is you're doing. And wait, forgot something. Let's just see. The important thing that will happen this weekend is Sunday, little after noon, SoCal time. Arsenal will be taking on Leicester City, and that is going to happen in Emirates Stadium in London. And Leicester City is tied on points currently with Arsenal. Arsenal in 6th place, Leicester City in 5th after 5 games, only due to goal differential. So Leicester's won 3 games on the trot. Arsenal's 2. Arsenal has 8 goals for, 6 against. Leicester's 12 for, 8 against. So when teams are tied on points, they go by goal differential. But it's early in the season. Got 33 more games to go. So, at any rate, happy birthday to Play and to Rosie Williams, Morty Vicker, Steffi Lindley, and Dolores Colbert in our YouTube chat room. I say to you, as always, good night and good sports. Should I play the sports theme or should I play the Who Listens to Radio for the outro tonight? I'm asking you guys. I'm going to leave it totally up to you. I'm allowing you to program the show. I'm giving you programming authority. Morty says, thanks, Tom. Have a great weekend. Sports. We've got plenty of sports. Rosie says, thanks, Tom. Hey, don't thank me. You did all the work. Don't thank me. You did all the work. I'm just waiting for the delay to catch up so you guys can tell me if you want the usual adult movie soundtrack song or whether you want the radio songs from the 1950s. 60s, excuse me. Morty says, I could do this all week. I thought it was I could do this all day. I love that moment in Endgame, Avengers Endgame, where the one Captain America tells the other one, he goes back in time and meets himself. He goes, I can do this all day. And the real one, yeah, I know. It's just kind of funny. Got a laugh out of it. Rosie wants the radio song. She responded first. And so you shall. You want to hear the radio song? And show you. Says cha 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 ha ha. Michael Myers would be cool sound too. Cha 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 ha ha. Cha 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 ha ha. Okay. Good night and good sports.
Who listens to radio? That go where you go, medium go radio. That's with you every night through the long commuter fight, and in the morning with your toast and mama-lady-o. Who listens to radio? No matter if it's summer, winter, spring, or fall. Who listens to radio? Only 150 million. 150 million people. That's all.
Now, here comes the music.
Do I look bothered?
Oh, you are awful, but I like you.
Everybody's voting for the friendly voice of radio, the people's choice. Music, weather, sports, and news, it's radio. The people choose. Everybody's swinging to the swinging voice of radio, the people's choice. Big fry, small fry, dawn to dawn, it's radio that turns them on. Swinging. smiling voice of radio, the people's choice. East Coast